Hello students, welcome to Bitsat forum. This is Brahmam, your reasoning faculty. Today our chapter is the continuation of classification. The earlier chapter, the continuation of previous class, that is classification. And earlier in the classification chapter we have seen the 5 types. There are number classification, letter classification, number and letter classification, then word classification, then GK classification. Right, these 5 models covered in the previous class, and today we are going to see the non-verbal classification. Non-verbal is nothing but figure classification, odd one out figure. So the different figure we need to identify. Let us solve the questions. Yes, the first one, odd one out figure, the different one. Actually this is not the letter classification, that's why we don't need to worry about vowels, consonants, but still if you consider that logic, we'll get answer as option D. Depending upon the vowel consonant logic, we'll get answer as option D. But see, it is a figure based figure based classification, that's why we can also take different logics. Here if you see the number of lines the figure is formed, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, here 1 2 3. So still we got the same logic, so we got the same answer, luckily that is not a different one. Number of lines used to draw the figure, number of lines used, okay, all except option D, the number of lines used are only 2. Next, still we have some more logics here. If you consider the logic of symmetry, so the letter T is symmetrical vertically, V also symmetrical, X also symmetrical, even I also symmetrical, but this is not symmetrical, it is not having vertical symmetry. So all except option E, their mirror images are same. Mirror image is same. Vertical symmetry is nothing but a mirror image. Okay. Symmetrical about vertical line is mirror image. Symmetrical about horizontal line will give you water image. Right. Okay, suppose if you get this type of questions in the exams, you can object. If your answer is not matching with the given key, you can object. You will have a facility of objection. Okay, going to the next question. That is, here in this figure, if you observe, there is a vertical line in every figure. Vertical line is there, and 3 lines on the same side, 3 lines on the same side, 2 lines one side and 1 line one side, 2 lines and 1 line. Okay, that is also not matching. And there is one horizontal line in this figure, one horizontal line in this figure, one horizontal line in this figure, and here also one horizontal line is there, but there is no such horizontal line in option figure E, right? So answer is option E, no horizontal line. Or we should not say in a negative way, we should say in a positive way only, all except, using this phrase, compulsory you should this phrase, all except option E, have a horizontal line, right? Next, there is a horizontal line in each figure, and we should concentrate on the curved lines here, right? Let us check the number of curved lines first. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 curved lines. 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 curved lines. 1 2 3 4 5 only, 5 curved lines, 6 curved lines, 6 curved lines. Here 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 curved lines. 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 6 curved lines. So the answer is option C. All except option C have 6 curved lines. If you see the elements, different elements, so there is a circle here, triangle here, rectangle, and this shape along with a vertical line or horizontal line, a line. Okay, and here also it is having the same elements, and here also the same elements, here also same elements, but here in this there is one circle extra. Okay, all except option E have only one circle, but it is having two circles. Next question, dot situation. Let us check the situation of the dot. Dot belongs to a triangle and a rectangle here, not belonging to circle. In this figure, circle and triangle. In this figure, circle and triangle. In this figure, circle and triangle. And in this figure also circle and triangle. So the answer is option A. All except option A, the dot belongs to circle and triangle only, not belonging to the rectangle. Next one, there is a triangle, circle and rectangular square shape is there. This one, a rhombus shape, square and triangle shape is there. Here a rectangular shape, triangle and again a rectangle is there. Okay, here triangle, square and a circle is there. Here triangle, parallelogram and a square is there. So if you observe all the figures, answer is option C, because all except option C, answer is option C, because all except option C have the different figures, three different figures, but in option C the same figure is repeated twice. Two same figures are there. Going to the next question. Next one is shaded dot, shaded circle and this line are on the different sides. Here also on the different sides, different sides, different sides. But here see, shaded circle and that extra line are on the same side of this figure. Okay, answer is option E. Next one, there is a square shape in all the figures, and along with the square shape, how many extra lines? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. So that means here number of lines are not deciding the answer here. Some other factor. So one thing here, before I solve every question, you should try first. Pause the video and try yourself first and then see the solution. Okay. So the logic here is there is a perpendicular in each figure. Yes, correct. And there is an angle bisector. There is an angle bisector here. Yes, perpendicular and angle bisector, perpendicular and angle bisector, perpendicular and angle bisector, perpendicular and angle bisector. But here there is a perpendicular, but there is no angle bisector. So all except option E have angle bisectors of right angle. For 90 degree there is an angle bisector in each figure except in E. Next question, 3 arrows and 2, and here 3 arrows here. So it is not dependent on 2 arrows, number of arrows or number of shaded circles. Then yes, see, upward arrows, upward arrows, upward arrow, upward arrow, except in A. All except option A have upward arrow. So here 2 parallel lines are there, and I am aligning every figure in a vertical way. So here is the shaded circle and here another. These lines will be like this, and this one, here is the circle, here is a circle, and the slanting lines are like this. In this, the slanting lines will be like this, and here if you rotate it, it will become, if you rotate it clockwise 90 degree, here is the circle and here is another circle, and this slant lines becomes these slant lines in this way. Next, if you rotate it by 45 degree, you will get this figure. Again, this is the slanting, right? If you observe all the figures after the orientation, these lines are near to the circle, and here also these lines are near to the circles, and these lines are away and away, near, near, and near, near, and again these lines are away from the circle. But I think slanting orientation is different, right? So this is not the logic here. The logic is the slant line orientation is this one, in this figure also this one, in this figure also this one, and in this figure also this one. But in option C, the slanting orientation is like this. Slanting lines are oriented in this way. So answer is option C. After aligning, after orientation of every figure in a vertical way, so the slant lines are in the same way except in option C. Next, total 3 extra lines are there, and 2 are towards anti-clock and 1 is towards clockwise. 2 lines, let us concentrate on 2 lines. 2 lines are anti-clock. This one is having 2 lines clockwise, 2 lines anti-clockwise, 2 lines anti-clockwise, 2 lines anti-clockwise. So the answer is option B. So the 2 extra lines are oriented in a anti-clockwise direction except in B. Next, there is a step. There are 2 steps in each figure, 1 and 2, and there is an extra right angle or perpendicular, and in some figures that perpendicular is placed inside, and in some figures that perpendicular is placed in some figures the perpendicular is placed inside this step, and in some figures the perpendicular is placed outside this step. So this is outside the step, inside the step, inside, and this perpendicular is inside, and this is also inside. So this is only kept on the outside of this step. So answer is option A. Next one, yes. Next is opening. Squares are opened on one side. It may be any side, one side open, and depending on that open side we can decide our answer. Let us check. So the internal one and the external one, opening is not same not in the same direction. So the innermost and external are not in the same. Innermost and external are not in the same opening. But if you see option D, innermost square and external square also opened in the same way, same direction. And in option E also they are not in a same opening. Opening is not on the same side. So all except option D are having different openings comparing innermost and exterior one. Next question, yes. Observe this circle and shaded part. This shaded part is touching this line of pentagon, right? Here also the shaded part is touching the line, shaded part touching the line, shaded part is not touching the line. Here also the shaded part is touching the line. So answer is option D. All except option D have the shaded part of the circle touching the side of the pentagon. Next question. Okay, here there is a shaded triangle and there is an arrow. Both are on the same direction. Here both are different direction, same direction, same side of this line, same side of this line, same side, different side, same side of this line, and here also same side of this line. So the answer is option B. All except option B have that shaded triangle and arrow mark on the same side of the line. Next question. Here the number of elements inside and number of elements outside. Let us check. Number of elements outside are 2. Number of elements inside are 4. Outside 1, inside 2. Outside 4, inside 2. Inside 3 and outside 4. Inside 2 and outside 4. So if you observe here, 2 into 2 is 4. Excuse me. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. And here also 2 into 2 is 4. In every figure except in D, the number of elements inside and outside are related by double. One number is double the other number, or one number is half the other number, except in D. In D, it is not double relation. Next question. Here also let us see the number of elements in each figure. Outside only. All the figures are elements are outside only. Number of figures are 2 here, 3 on this side, 1 2 3 4, 4 on this side, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 on this side, 2 3 4 5. This one 3 4 along this side, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 along this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 along this side. Next one, 2 along this side, 3 along this side, 1 2 3 4, 4 along this side, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 along this side. Next 1 2 3 and 4. This one 3 4 5 here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 6. So in every figure 3 4 5 6, 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4, 3 4 5 6, but here it is not. Okay, so answer is option A. Except in option A, the number of elements are arranged in anti-clock direction increases by, number of elements increased by 1 element. Next question. In every figure there is a square, open square, one side open square, one side open square, one side open square, and here also one side open square is there. But in this option D, there is no such figure. That figure is missing. All except option D have one side open square on one side. Next one. Two longer arrows and one shorter arrow. Small arrow and let us observe small arrow. Small arrow is adjacent to long arrow of the same direction. Shorter arrow adjacent to long arrow of same direction. Shorter arrow is adjacent to long arrow of the opposite direction. Shorter arrow and its adjacent arrow same direction. Shorter arrow and its adjacent arrow same direction. So the answer is option C. Shorter arrow is adjacent to this longer arrow of the same direction except in C. Next question. In this figure, if I draw horizontal lines, one line, one dot, we are getting one dot, at least one dot. Here one dot, no dot, one dot, sorry, two dots, one dot, 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 and one dot. So except in option B, every horizontal line is cutting at least one dot, only one dot, right? So here there is no dot here, and even in the bottommost row also we have two dots, unlike in other options. Next one. So here every element is pressed in some on one side. If we press on one side, this pressing will result the same element externally. Okay, like there is a soft element is there, soft dough, right? Chapati dough is there. If you push on one side, the same shape will come on the other side, right? Here also the same shape on the other side. Here it is not the same shape, and here this is the same shape. This part is pushing this one. In that way we can say this part is pushing this one with the same shape. So answer is option C. Next one. In this there is a square and rest all are triangles only. Here there is no such square, and one big triangle is there. One big triangle, one big triangle, and even here also one big triangle is there. So all except option A have big triangle, and only option A has the extra square, right? Next question. If we start from one place or one end, there is a uncut line, there is a line cut, uncut, cut, uncut, cut, uncut, cut. Okay, if there is a line like this, starting from one position, one side, cut, not cut, cut, not cut, cut, not cut, cut, not cut, cut, uncut, cut, uncut, cut, uncut, and cut. Okay, alternate cutting, alternate line cutting. So no cut, cut, no cut, cut, no cut, and cut. Here cut, no cut, cut, no cut, cut, no cut, cut, no cut. Okay, and here cut, no cut, cut, no cut, cut, no cut, cut, and no cut, and no cut. There are, sorry, this total line is a single line, and cut, there is no cut. And this one, cut, no cut, cut, no cut, no cut. Two lines are there adjacently which are not having any cut. Again cut, no cut. So answer is option E, because the cuts, the lines cut are alternate. The lines cut are alternate except in option E. they are adjacent. Next, there is a vertical line in every figure, right? Two elements on the same side, different sides, same side and same side. So answer is option C. For the vertical line, either two elements are on the left hand side or two elements are on the right hand side. But in option C, there is one element on this side and another element on this side. Left side one element, right side one element. So answer is option C. Okay. So these many only, and practice more and more number of questions for your exams. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class.